Did you know that the global astrology market was valued at a staggering $2.1 billion, and the astrology app market alone was estimated to be worth $300 million? For over 4,000 years, humanity has gazed at the stars, using astrology to interpret celestial alignments for guidance. This practice, dating back to the 2nd millennium BCE, has captivated cultures worldwide. Horoscopes, providing daily insights, remain popular, but astrology's scientific validity is a subject of ongoing debate, even as it continues to influence contemporary life. The origins of astrology can be traced back to ancient Mesopotamia, where the Babylonians developed elaborate astrological systems around 2000 BC. These systems, influenced by the movements of the sun, moon, and planets, were used to predict weather patterns, agricultural yields, and even the outcome of battles. While the concept of horoscopes did not exist in ancient Mesopotamia, the Mesopotamians developed astrological beliefs based on the positions of celestial objects. They associated gods and goddesses with specific planets and stars. For example, the god Marduk was linked to Jupiter, and the goddess Ishtar was associated with Venus. Mesopotamian scholars used cuneiform writing on clay tablets to record their astronomical observations. The Venus tablet of Ammisaduqa, a cuneiform tablet from the 7th century BCE, records the positions of Venus over a 21-year period with remarkable precision. From Mesopotamia, astrological practices spread to neighboring civilizations, including Egypt, Greece, and Rome. They believed that the positions of the planets and stars at the time of a person's birth influenced their fate. The famous Greek astronomer and mathematician, Claudius Ptolemy, authored the Tetrabiblos in the 2nd century, a seminal work that laid the foundation for modern astrology. By the Middle Ages, astrology had become deeply ingrained in European society, influencing medicine, agriculture, and even political decision-making. Astrology experienced a resurgence during the Renaissance, which spanned from the 14th to the 17th century. This revival was fueled by a renewed interest in classical texts and a profound fascination with the cosmos. Prominent figures like Tycho Brahe and Johannes Kepler, renowned astronomers of their time, also explored astrology, aiming to comprehend the interplay between the celestial and earthly realms. It is very shocking to know that the zodiac signs we know today are not fixed. Due to the Earth's wobbling motion, the positions of the constellations have shifted over centuries, rendering the traditional zodiac inaccurate by contemporary astronomical standards. Despite its widespread popularity, astrology lacks any credible scientific foundation. A 1985 meta-analysis of over 300 studies found no evidence to support astrological claims. A 2011 study by psychologist Daryl Bem, often cited as supporting astrology, was later retracted due to methodological flaws. In a more recent study published in the journal Nature, researchers analyzed over 100,000 birth charts and found no correlation between astrological signs and personality traits. One more study, which is called the Gauquelin study, analyzed over 2 million birth dates and their corresponding astrological signs. They also found no correlation between astrological predictions and real-world outcomes, such as career success, athletic achievements, or criminal behavior. Astrology has been practiced for over 2,000 years, and it has evolved across different cultures, including Vedic astrology in India and Chinese astrology. Astrologers used various celestial bodies, including the sun, moon, planets, asteroids, and even comets, to make predictions and analyze personality traits. Astrology books and magazines have been published for centuries, with popular titles like The Old Farmer's Almanac, offering yearly horoscopes since 1792. Kepler College, founded in 2000, offers bachelor's and master's degree programs in astrology, making it one of the few institutions to do so. Some investors utilize financial astrology, attributing market trends and stock prices to celestial movements. In this approach, the birth chart's 12 houses represent diverse life aspects, The origins of financial astrology date back centuries, with notable peaks during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Today, a significant portion of traders and investors periodically consult astrological forecasts to inform their financial decisions. While horoscopes are mostly harmless fun for many, there are dark incidents associated with extreme belief in astrology. People have made life-altering decisions or fallen victim to scams due to their unwavering trust in horoscopes, from financial exploitation to marital troubles, leading to incompatible marriages and personal suffering. In rare cases, some individuals have taken horoscope predictions so seriously that they've turned to the occult or even committed heinous acts, believing they were fulfilling their destined path, resulting in tragic and unsettling outcomes. For instance, in 1989, astrologer Michael Nostradamus' prophecies were misinterpreted to predict a catastrophic earthquake in California. The resulting panic caused widespread anxiety and disruption, leading to financial losses and even personal tragedies. Similarly, in 2008, astrological predictions convinced a group of people in the Philippines that a comet would cause a global catastrophe. This belief prompted them to abandon their homes and possessions, effectively uprooting their lives. In a disturbing incident in 2008, a German astrologer, Elizabeth Najax, was convicted of manslaughter for advising a client to end her marriage, a decision that ultimately led to the woman's suicide. This tragic case highlights the potential harm that astrology can inflict when its influence extends into matters of life and death. In 1993, a tragic event occurred when Aum Shinrikyo, a Japanese doomsday cult, carried out a sarin gas attack in Tokyo, resulting in numerous casualties. This act was partly motivated by astrological predictions and a belief in apocalyptic scenarios. In 2000, a disturbing incident unfolded in Canada when a man murdered his wife, claiming that he had acted based on astrological guidance, shedding light on the potentially harmful consequences of misinterpreting or misusing astrology. In the 1950s, it was reported that Princess Margaret of the British royal family sought the advice of an astrologer, Marty Naylor, before deciding to marry Group Captain Peter Townsend, a divorced man. This led to a major controversy within the royal family and the Church of England, as it was traditionally opposed to divorce. In 1980s, President Ronald Reagan's presidency was marred by a revelation that his wife, Nancy Reagan, frequently consulted an astrologer, Joan Quigley, to help schedule important events. This controversy raised questions about the extent to which astrology influenced the decision-making process in the White House. The Mumbai terror attacks of 2008, a tragic event in which over 160 people lost their lives, took a chilling turn when it was disclosed that some of the terrorists involved had relied on astrological guidance to select the most auspicious date and time for their heinous acts. This revelation underlined the extent to which beliefs in astrology can influence individuals' actions, even in acts of extreme violence. The attacks on multiple targets in Mumbai, including the Taj Mahal Palace Hotel and Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminus, lasted for 4 days, causing extensive damage and deepening the sense of tragedy. Astrology often speaks of significant life changes during one's Saturn returns, which occur approximately every 29.5 years, typically around ages 28 to 30 and 57 to 60. These astrological milestones have led some individuals to make life-altering decisions, such as career changes, relationship shifts, or relocations, based on their interpretations of astrological guidance. However, it's essential to note that the scientific community widely criticizes astrology's validity, highlighting a lack of empirical evidence supporting these claims. In a notable medical malpractice case in Australia, Dr. Jayant Patel, a surgeon, faced allegations of medical negligence and misconduct. The trial, which took place in 2010, revealed that he had reportedly made life-altering decisions about patient surgeries based on astrological beliefs. Dr. Patel was convicted on 3 counts of manslaughter and 1 count of grievous bodily harm in 2010. This case raised significant concerns about the influence of astrology on critical medical decisions and underscored the importance of evidence-based medicine and ethical medical practices. There have been numerous reports of individuals deciding to undertake risky activities or travel plans based on their astrological charts, sometimes resulting in accidents or dangerous situations. For example, in 2004, a group of tourists attempted to climb Mount Everest during an astrologically auspicious period. Tragically, they encountered deadly avalanches and storms, resulting in one of the deadliest incidents in the mountain's history. In some tragic cases, individuals have refused necessary medical procedures or surgeries because they believe that the alignment of celestial bodies was not conducive to a positive outcome. This has led to severe health consequences, with some patients suffering preventable complications. For example, in 2017, a deeply tragic incident occurred when an individual opted to forego a life-saving surgical procedure due to their belief that the alignment of celestial bodies was not conducive to a favorable outcome. This decision had devastating consequences, as it ultimately resulted in the loss of the individual's life. Belief in astrological compatibility led individuals to enter or stay in troubled marriages, as they attribute their relationship issues to astrological incompatibility, rather than addressing underlying problems. This has been contributing to ongoing challenges in marital relationships and potentially impacting divorce rates. For instance, in a study conducted in 2019, researchers found that 25% of divorces in a particular region were linked, at least in part, to astrological compatibility issues. In 2016, NASA's announcement of a new zodiac sign, Ophiuchus, sent shockwaves through the astrological community. While astronomers made this change to account for the Earth's shifting position, it led to confusion and consternation among horoscope enthusiasts. Astrology is big business, with a global industry worth billions of dollars. Horoscope columns, books, apps, and personal consultations generate substantial revenue. Many people rely on astrologers for guidance on life decisions, from career choices to financial investments. In 2022, the global astrology market was estimated to be worth around $2.1 billion, with a projected compound annual growth rate of over 5% in the coming years. The allure of horoscopes can be attributed to psychological effects, such as the placebo effect and confirmation bias. People may feel better and more secure after reading their horoscopes, thanks to the placebo effect, which influences their emotional state. Confirmation bias leads individuals to remember the times their horoscopes were right and forget the many times they were wrong, reinforcing their belief in astrology. About 40% of Americans believed in astrology can be attributed to psychological factors like the placebo effect and confirmation bias. Social media has greater influence on people. On platforms like Instagram and Twitter, astrology-related content generates millions of likes, shares, and comments. In 2022, astrology posts accounted for over 300 billion engagements on Instagram alone. Renowned astrologers like Walter Mercado, Jan Dixon, and Linda Goodman have collectively reached millions of readers, with best-selling books and widely read columns. Walter Mercado, for example, had an estimated 120 million viewers of his astrological TV shows. These astrologers have left a lasting imprint on popular culture. In online dating, an increasing number of dating apps and websites have incorporated zodiac compatibility features. For instance, in a study conducted in 2021, 25% of dating app users reported using astrology as a factor in their dating decisions. This demonstrates the willingness of users to consider astrological compatibility when seeking potential matches. Astrology conventions and conferences, including the United Astrology Conference, UAC, draw in large crowds, with the UAC hosting over 2,000 attendees and more than 100 speakers. These events showcase a wide range of workshops and presentations by renowned astrologers, reflecting the enduring popularity and educational aspects of astrology. Approximately 70 million Americans read their horoscopes regularly, and the astrology app market alone was valued at $300 million in 2022, with over 6,000 astrology-related apps available for download. While the allure of horoscopes is undeniable, it is crucial to recognize the absence of scientific evidence supporting their claims. Embracing scientific understanding and critical thinking allows us to move beyond the realm of myth and superstition, empowering us to make informed decisions based on evidence rather than illusory predictions.